Anyway, here is... Ooh, hi. Okay, we can play now? Good. Here's where they took it and decided to make it a dungeon, which I am a fan of. I think it's pretty cool. The dungeon itself could... What? I'm trying to do things! Don't you think it's weird, something about that statue? Oh, there's always one side by side, but there's only one here. Why don't you use your senses to look around? Why don't you... I'm resisting the urge to say something stupid, so I'm just gonna be polite and keep my mouth hush. There's a lot of weight puzzles in this area, just a forewarning. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and do her thing so she'll shut up. If you look, there's a thing there. Hell, it looks like you don't know. Maybe you can't. What? I knew it. There was... yeah. I understand, man. I don't feel like doing your voice right now. Yeah, no, they made it a temple. The temple itself could be a little bit better, but I mean, it's cool that the idea that they did. And the temple is weird because it's not connected to Hyrule by any means, or at least it's not seeming it. And oddly enough, it resembles mostly Wind Waker rather than Ocarina of Time. It hangs real close to Wind Waker in this version. I'll explain a little bit more. To put it simply, like the overall puzzles, layout, enemies, bosses, like it's got a lot in common with the Tower of the Gods from Wind Waker. So it's pretty cool. And here's our key. I'm gonna go explain that in a little bit because we have to deal with this guy. Not so fast. At last, this is it. This is where I've been trying to get to. The ancient technology of our people sleeps in this place. We've searched all over, and now we're so close I can smell it. Once we find that thing, we can go home at last. Oh, gracious, yes. Young man, we're so close, so please help us as to what you're looking for. Well, I don't really have a choice in the matter, so sure. Although I will say that I am mildly a fan of what they did with Uku as well, because from this point on, it gives Uku more of a personality and more of a purpose than, oh hey, here's just some annoying character we put in that serves as an item. Like, in this, you get kind of a question of like, okay, what's up with Uku? What's Uku on about? And then later in the game, you get more of a direction to it that just overall makes them more likable. So, I think that's real cool. What is that? Nothing? There's a chest here. We can open the chest. Arrows! We needed that, actually, so I'm not complaining. Thank you. What the hell was I using? Oh, yeah, bomb arrows, I guess. Anyway, stand over here, and then do... Wait for it. That! And then boom. Negate switch. Aren't there supposed to be bats here? No? You're not a bat. Well, there you go. There's a lot of these guys in it, which I'm a fan of fighting. I think they're honestly really fun to fight. And a lot of the enemies in here, I like this area. Oh, shit. Like, I like things about it, but I don't like it because it's like, it's kind of tedious. But at the same time, like, there's just a lot of things that I kind of draw a slight connection to. This right here is Squidward's house. So what you do is you jump behind him and then slice his back a few times. So that's your way of going through there, and then he flips his shit and then explodes. Squidward's just not a very nice hives guest, I guess. Oh, jaw. Like I'm feeling it, it's like the lower part of my throat almost. My under chin, whatever that area is called. What if I've secretly broken my jaw and I just never knew it? I've been talking with a broken jaw this whole time. I'm sure someone is pointing out that that is not humanly possible. So, hi, 20 rupees. I'm gonna lift this thing above my head and then proceed to get attacked by a bat. Throw it. Well, you missed. Push it. There you go. And then just because we can, we'll put a small pot on there. Why not? It doesn't matter what we're using, as long as we're using something. But oh, push it on. Push it. Good link. Now let's go. Okay, so here's the bat. Thank you. Let's see, what else is in here? Yeah, there's a lot of similarities between this temple and the one in Wind Waker, the Tower of the Gods. I need arrows, because this is George Washington, and now he's dead. Because the little spikes on his head look like George Washington, at least hair-wise. Shut up, it's what it makes me think of. Stop judging me, you guys are so mean. Die. Oh, I just messed your friend up so bad. So I just stabbed him in there. Oh, those guys are just so satisfying to fight because it feels like, you know, it feels like a worthy opponent, a worthy enemy. And, like, if it were a human, I don't think it'd be nearly as fun in the sense that it's like, oh, well, it's kind of uncreative. But the idea of the way they're set up and the way they fight, it just feels, it feels really great. I love fighting them. They've always been one of my favorite enemies in the Zelda franchise. And also, there's mild theories thinking that the Dark Hammer, the dude that has the mace, is a Lizalfos. I mean, I don't really see why the hell that matters, but someone thought it did, so there's that. That's locked. Wait a minute, we need to go this way. Grab that. And try not to get wrecked by some spiked pottery here in a minute. Go put it down then. And I want to say it was this way. Yeah! Going up doesn't get you anything, so don't go up. You can get crushed by that, actually. Well, this is what we do need. You missed. I guess that'll do. These are Zoidberg. What you can do is you can get on your spinner and then just kill them like that. And they're called Zoidberg because that's what it looks like when he's in the Fountain of Youth, so it makes me think of that. Or you can use your claw shot and then just click from one to the next, and it'll constantly Z-target to the next thing. So, whichever method you find more efficient is the way I'd recommend going through. The only thing you get for killing all of these Zoidbergs is just that electric gate disappears. So, there's no point to that. Put you down. Anyway, we got the two things we needed. If Link would kindly grab that, we can proceed on. But do I need to use the R button to grab it, I wonder? Actually, that was the thing that always pissed me off, like Wind Waker, you'd have to tap R to put it down, and if you just used A, he'd throw it. Like, that was just annoying. Now, there's a way you can cheat and get up this wall with just one of these. I've never been able to do it. I'll at least give it a try. Because see, what happens is that. And what you do is you get it just high enough as where you can grab the ledge. Oh, he was doing it too. See? I can get him close. He tries. Oh, I give up. I don't want to spend all day. I wonder. Nope. Wondering's over. I still get hurt. Sorry, Link. We all had to find out someday. Don't worry. Ouch! Okay, maybe you should worry. There is a sweet spot where you can just walk in here and not get hit. I just can't quite remember it. What the hell? I'm supposed to be getting by that guy, not you again. Jerk. Oh, for fuck's sake. That's just not even funny. Put it down. Yay! Anyway, this is the way we do need to go. Now that grave injuries are taken care of. And there's a way, if you choose, you can get behind Squidward's house and then just do one shot with the mace and it kills him instantly. So whichever is easier for you. Personally, I don't see why you wouldn't use the mace. Thank you. Just make sure you attack those guys one at a time, because the last thing you need is them jumping into you. And yes, I remember this because it's a failed recording. Makes me very unhappy. But, eh. I guess the thing that makes me the most unhappy is that, during the Yeti races, like, that was what I was concerned about the most, is, like, I was able to beat Yeti on my second try, and the way I did it, it felt very, like, cool. Oh, hey, I got that on footage kind of thing. Because I pulled it off at the last second. So that's really what bothers me the most about having to redo it. Everything else is just like, eh. I guess the only other thing would be the idea that your first commentary is always your best commentary. So now, as a result, I'm not sure if what I'm saying now is that cool or interesting or anything. Actually, there is one thing that I did do a little bit of studying on. The Temple of Time actually has a lot of things revolving what happened to it, and mostly they involve, during Ganon's rule and all that, was that Hyrule Castle was built over it, and over the Temple of Time. And that's why things like in Wind Waker, the pedestal of time is in the basement, or at least theories, but a lot of the theories tying in things like that, I hate to say, is just more or less well thought out bullcrap. Because when they were developing this game, there wasn't a timeline, which means they didn't have things like that to consider. So it doesn't really matter in the end what the hell you are thinking, because it's just wrong. It's not why they developed it that way at all. Also, the way you get the Master Sword in this game is a little bit closer to the way you would inside of Link to the Past. It throws it back because you're in a garden forested area. So it's I guess a throwback to that. I mean, there's only so many ways you can get a Master Sword, right? Thank you. You don't mess up shots like that. I mean, come on, man. I am Link, after all. Here's where I got to when my recording died. Rest in peace, recording. I don't know. It's like it's an unspoken rule that you're not supposed to talk about past recordings. But I feel like it's one of those that you just can't help but do. Oh, this guy's got a skull in his head. He means business. Too bad he's dead. How did they die inside of Ocarina of Time? Explosion-wise, at least. Missed. There you go. So you can go ahead and shoot through those gates. I'm not really sure what the sensitivity is on it. I want to say you can just shoot through the entire damn thing. Not now. I'm trying to finish off your brethren. Actually, this guy right here, he's an actual threat. See, he even blocked that stuff. That's it. No, I said that's it. Finally got him to shove it off. Okay. Yeah, that'll happen, is if Link does a kill he's satisfied with, he'll twirl his blade and then put it away instantly if you hit A right after. It's the easiest to pull off with when you do the mortal draw. So, I've been wanting to show that off for a while. I just haven't had Link been able to do it. It doesn't always need the mortal draw, but it's just the easiest. That was not the direction I wanted you to go at all. It's just the easiest to pull off with. Also, you can actually mortal draw on bosses too. So, like Darkhammer, you can go ahead and take him out in one hit. You can just do it right on his tail and it'll kill him. Please stop. In case you haven't realized, he doesn't care. Dude, would you stop it? He's fighting bad. Thank you. He's just blocking everything, and it's just taking all day. But yeah, no, you can go ahead and mortal draw on bosses and just take them out in one hit. It's not always the easiest thing to do, but it is a possible thing to do. Sweet. Let's go, Link. Let's destroy these pots. And a lot of this Temple of Time is more or less an upward ascension. So, yeah, that's one of the bigger things that makes it kind of like Tower of the Gods.